Yeah, hi Supriya.
Hi, Arpit.
Yeah, welcome to today's session where we will be discussing about mental health, how to balance multiple things side by side, like managing our career, exams, and all, and also how to manage our career and exams. So, yeah, main agenda will be this. So, before going forward, I would like to introduce you. So, Supriya, let me So yeah, Supriya is working as a email campaign manager at Ocean.io. Yeah, and she is pursuing her master's degree in English literature, and also she is a B2B enthusiast, and she loved talking about the tools that could make business easier. Yeah, and
Yes,
also yeah, she's handling multiple things side by side, like working as a in a company and also pursuing a master degree in English literature. So I think I like this is Supriya will be the best speaker for our today's sessions to discuss how to balance multiple things and ace the career with and also like how to manage our mental health. Yeah. So yeah, moving forward, Supriya, you yourself introduce like
okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Arpit. First of all, for inviting me in this session and
yeah
like for your warm introduction. Thank you so much for that. So, like, as you have already talked about me, but I would like to give a quick or I would call it a brief intro about myself. So,
yeah
hi everyone. This is Supriya, and I work as an email campaign manager at at Ocean.io, which is an SaaS platform based in Denmark. I'm also pursuing my master's degree in English literature from University of Lucknow, and I am from Lucknow. So I completed my bachelor's in from University of Lucknow in English only. And if I talk about my professional journey, how I started as a freelance content writer and a social media strategist when I was in second year of my college. So my journey starts back then, and for today's session, like we are talking about how to, manage stress or balance your mental health while working on multiple things. So today I would be sharing my personal experience as well, how I am managing my mental health while working as an working professional and also as a student. So first of all, I would like to talk about stress. What is stress? Like, people are using these word more oftenly, and it has become, a very hype. I'm not saying that it is not, stress is not a thing, but I would just like to talk about stress. So, if you go to a layman definition about stress, so stress is something that is how we react to something, like emotionally, physically, mentally. This is what layman definition about stress. For example, if you are facing, like, if you have an examination in 2 days and you haven't studied anything, okay, so you would feel like a overwhelmed situation, or you are stressed about your examination, that okay, how I will manage the examination, how I will write the examination, what I will write in the examination, and how I will face it. So this is a very basic definition or example of stress. So like, stress can be of many types. It can be mental, it can be physical. People, like, mainly when we hear the word stress, we people think that it can be only psychological, but no, it can't be only psychological, it can be physical as well. I will telling you how it is, like a physical, like, later on. First of all, I would like to talk about the reasons of stress. Like, why do we feel stressed about, or what the source or the reason behind stress. So, like, first reason is that a fear or threaten. Like, when I am calling it a threaten, it maybe sounds very harsh, but it is not. It's like a fear of something. Like, if I give you an example, Like someone like I, as I'm a working professional, so I may get stressed about losing my job. For example, I'm working upon multiple things like my studies, and I'm also working as a working professional, so sometimes I also get stressed out. What if I lost my job in doing multiple things? That is also one kind of stress. And the second can be like uh, you're not making growth in your career. For example, like you have received a certain marks in first semester or second semester of your college, but you are not able to achieve the same number, or your number goes down in the second semester. You will get stressed about the situation. This is the second kind of situation you could stress. Now I would like to talk about the another reason or the source of stress, which is frustration. Frustrations come about like the if there's lot of negativity around us, like the people who you do not like are in your surrounding, you will definitely get feel stress about them. Because what happen is like when we don't like people, it it creates in our mind a scenario about something wrong or negative. That can be also a reason of stress. The another reason of stress can be a peer pressure, which is like all of us goes every day. Like as I'm also a Gen Z, Arpit also a Gen Z, so I am very sure that at some point of your career, some point of your life, you may have gone with the peer pressure. What happens nowadays is like social media is like getting into our heads. Ironically, we are also sitting on a social media, and I and Arpit got connected over social media, and we are doing live on YouTube. But yes, the social media is also one of the reason why people get stressed out. If but the another side of social media is like if you use it wisely, it can be beneficiary for you. Like for example, right now I'm talking about mental health on social media. It is beneficiary for you people who are dealing with mental health. So yeah, so like how social media is affecting us, like for example, when I was right now when I see like the the children who are in class 12, the children who are in class 10, they are earning more much money than me. That can be also a reason, when a person of their same age, if he or she see them that okay, they are growing in their career, they are like buying iPhone, they are buying home, they are buying car, and blah blah blah, many things. So they get stressed about the things, that okay, like I am why I can't do it. That can be also a one kind of stress. So now like as I said, like I was doing multiple things back then in my college as well. I was a part of drama society. So what happened once was like we were discussing about the script of the drama. So what happened is like I wanted to change something in the script, but my head coordinator, he was not agreeing with me. So what happened is like I stressed so much about that fact that I could not sleep whole night. That is also one kind of stress. Like now when I see it back, I laugh at myself that how silly I was to just think about a very small thing. But it happens with every one of us, that we do not get to realize that what has happened to us, and what is literally a stress is we literally stressed about a very small thing. But that's not an new thing, because like we as a human being, we are tend to think like that. We had certain kind of hormone that release, so it's completely normal. But what is important in the whole scenario and all the things that I talked is like how to manage it. Like the situation will never change, but what you can do is like you can change your perspective, how you see that situation or how you react that situation. Like I have read somewhere is like what happened to us is only the 10% of the problem, and the 80% of the problem how we react to that problem. So yeah, like, and the effect of stress sometimes we can't see it. We take it very normal, but the effect of stress is very very harmful for us. So first of all, like it affect, we think that it affect us only mentally, but no, it affect us in our health as well. For example, like I have friends who are, you know, facing headaches regularly, who are dealing with migraine, and this is because of the overthinking, you could say, or this is because the stress that they are having in their life. So stress has a very negative effect in our body as well. It can be like if you see a person uh, losing weight, or if you see a person dealing with the obesity, that can be also that, like, behind losing weight or gaining weight, stress can be one of the reason. It's not about that you are not having enough nutrition or you are overeating. We as a person, we do not realize it, but stress is also one thing that affect our body. What happened with me when I am stressed out? So what happens with me when I stressed out is like, I sleep a lot. So that is also something that is affecting my mental health. Because of stress out, I sleep a lot, or sometimes it happens that I do not sleep. So this is also, now I will come to the point how to manage your mental health. So what you can do is like, first of all, if you're dealing with a problem or a stress, first of all, the most important thing is to notice that and to realize that yes, I am dealing with a problem, or I need to solve this problem. The first step should be taken by you, because if you do not realize that you are having a problem, how you can solve it, and no one else can do it for you, you have to do it for yourself. So first of all, what you need to do is like talk to yourself, that okay, so I have certain problem and I have to come out this problem. So what you can do is you can talk with others, you can talk with your friends. Yes, sorry. So yeah, you can talk with your friends, or you can talk with any close one that could, you know, help you to deal with your situation, or at least they can hear you. This is the one way you can manage. If I talk about myself, like as I'm working as a full time employee, and also I'm a student of English literature, it sometimes happens with me that I cannot manage it. So what I at that time, what I do is like, I let go things. For example, like my exams was happening last week. I gave my, you know, third semester examination of English literature, and I was also working as a full-time employee. So what I did is like from 9 to 12 I have my examination, and from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. I have my job. So how I manage it is like, when like for example my exams get over at the 12 p.m., I do not waste a single second. Yes, I do not waste a single second while talking to my friends, or hanging out with them in the canteen, or going there here and there. Because it sometimes what happens is, okay, sometimes what happens is, we do not know that we, you know, unconsciously we give our time to the things that is irrelevant for us. For example, like I am not against like, to spending time with your friends or hanging out with them, but when you know what is important for you, it is very important to work on it. And that is where stress comes out. When if you don't know, like for example, if I keep hanging out the friend with my friends, I will just stressed out that okay, how I will get my job, how I will do my job. That could affect my mental health. So what I do is like I manage time. I
Yeah,
I have made a schedule for myself, where I have time for my friends, where I have time for my personal things, my hobby and all those things, and where I have my studies and work at one place. That is the thing. Like how you, like people often tell you that to exercise for doing to, you know, manage your mental health, and I believe that yes, exercise do help people to manage or balance your mental health. But for me, I cannot. I'm a person, I'm a very lazy person. I'm a very lazy person. I can't exercise. I can't move. I can't walk. How this is what lazy I am. If you ask me to be in a bed for 24 hours, I can be in a bed for 24 hours. That lazy I am. But I, at the same time, I understand that if I do not take steps for myself, like my body will get stressed out and my mind will get stressed out. So what I do is like, I like dancing. As a person, I like dancing. So instead of exercising, I dance. I have made a schedule and I danced every day, at least half an hour. And when I dance, like, as I said, it's my hobby and I like dancing. So I danced, like, and it also, a form of exercise. It burns a lots of calorie. So I have made a cheat code for me, that okay, I, instead of exercising, I will dance. The next thing was, people suggest you for, balancing your mental health is like, to meditate. So as I said, with so like so so yeah, people suggest meditating, but I could not meditate because I'm a very, first of all, I'm a procrastinator. Secondly, I'm a very distracted person in my life. And I accept all those flaws in myself, and I have, come up with my own idea, like how I will manage it, or what's the alternative if I could not meditate. Because, for example, if I sit in a mudra or I start meditating, if a bird will trip like outside, I will just, my like my concentration will go along. So what I started doing is like, I started chanting beats like mala. So I started doing that. This is also a form of meditation, which helped me to, concentrate when, whenever, like, I take the mala and like I started chanting one beat by other beat, one beat by other beat. That's how I, concentrate on it. So what you can do, you can also come up with your own form of how you could manage all those things. And second, like, the other thing how you can manage your mental health is like, keep a to do list. For example, what happen is, like, we just wake up in the morning and we waste about 2 to 3 hours by thinking that okay, what we have to do, which is, I don't think so, which is a good way to lead a life, because it waste your lots of time. What you could do is like, make a to do list a night before. I understand that many people, you have heard this like several times, and many people may have said you this, but believe me, this literally works. Because when you make a to do list in your mind, you know that what you was the first task you need to do. And if you, when you're making the to do list, set a realistic goal. What happens sometimes is like, for example, this new year, everyone, what people do is like, they set a very unrealistic goal which is not possible for them, and they also know very insidely that okay, they cannot do it. So, and when that goal does not, they could not achieve that goal, they get highly stressed out or demotivated. So what, do one thing, just make a very realistic, goal, so you could achieve it. And also I would suggest you to do a task that is very important for you first thing in the morning. So like, I would like to answer few questions that Arpit has asked me. So, okay, so first question that Arpit has asked me is, how do you manage the demand of a full-time job while pursuing a master's degree in literature? So I think I have answered this question before, but I would like to take it again. It's like, how I manage is like, I do a time management. When I started out, I was, when I started working as an full-time employee, I was very, bad with time management. So what I did is like, for time management, you won't believe me, but I brought a course so I could manage how to manage my time. And with that, I learned how to manage my time. So I would suggest you, what you could do is like, when you have so many things in your plate and you have limited time. Like for example, you only have 24 hours in a day. I cannot have 48 hours in a day. So what I do is like I wake up early. Earlier I used to wake up at 9 8, but now I wake up early. I do all my things, and I have to attend classes from 9 to 12 every day. Like from Monday to Saturday, I have my classes and I have to attend those classes. I do that. I come back, as I mentioned before, also. Like before, what used to happen, I used to hang out with my friends a lot. I used to waste my time a lot. But now, things have changed for me. Like my priority has changed. Now I am focusing upon my career, and I have one more thing, my job as well. So I am doing that. So like I come up, like at 12 p.m. I come to my house, and like from 1 to 2 p.m. I eat, I take rest, and from like 3 p.m. I keep doing. So like when you are working remotely, you get one perk is that you don't need to, work. Like for example, yes, I agree that I have 8 hours of job, but you don't need to like work continuously 8 hours. You get time for yourself in between. For example, like someday I have to work for only 3 hours, or I have to work for 4 hours, 6 hours. So what in between, what I do is like I like painting. I like it, it helped me to relax my mind. Because when you're doing so much things, it is very important for you to give relaxation to your mind, or to do things that you love, or your body or your mind work love. So what I do is like while I am working, I keep a pen, I keep a paper, and I keep all the things in my surrounding that is required, and I do it. So that's how I manage my work and my like my studies. So second question is like, can you share some insights into the challenges of maintaining mental health in the fast paced world of B2B environment? Okay. Yes. So, what challenges you face in this uh, the B2B environment is, first of all, like as I'm working professional, I'm working in an into a marketing and sales. So, what happens with me a lot, it happens with me that I like to hit the targets. Like every one of us has a target to work. Every one of us has a target to book meetings, like 2 to 3 like 32 meetings in a month, or 35 meetings in a month. So that is what, like, something I get stressed about sometimes. But how do I manage is like, I know as a human being, what I can do is like I can give 100% of myself. What worse can happen with me is like I can get scolded by my team member, or just get rejected maybe, or they can fire me. Nothing else, nothing more than worse can happen with me than this. Like earlier, what used to happen when I was very new to this industry is like I used to freak about it very often. So I just come up with like what I do right now is like I just create, uh, like create that what worse can if I do not achieve this, what worse can happen with me. So yeah, that I said, like they could fire me, or like they could they could scold me. Nothing more worse can happen with me. So and also, like at the same time, I am giving my 100%. So yeah, that's how I manage my mental health. So the third question is, what inspired you to become a powerhouse behind ocean.ios? Okay. So as I mentioned before, I started working at a very earlier of my career as a freelance content writer and social media strategist. So I gradually developed interest into marketing and sales. And what I love is like, then I thought like how I can combine my both these skills. how I can combine both these skills, like social media strategy and also the content writing. So like a friend of mine suggested that why you do not try uh why you do not try email marketing. So yeah, I brought courses about email marketing, and I found it very, very interesting. So I landed up to email marketing, and when I started doing it, I found it more interesting, and that's how I continue to write it. So your fourth question is, how do you strike a balance between professional responsibility and personal well-being? So just give me a second. Okay, so like next question is like how I balance between my professional responsibility and personal well-being. So like, um as I said, you when you call it like, you can call it like a time management. And second thing is like when you're working full time. Okay, so sorry for the camera issue. I hope I am visible right now. Uh, so yes, the question was, I was answering is how I manage my personal and professional life is like something that works more like time management. And second, as I said, when everyone says that you're working as a full-time employee or 8 hours a week, so that does not mean that you are working the full 8 hours. It just only means like you're working for 3 to 4 hours, and that is what I found beauty about remote job. So I get time, in between the my job hours. As I said before, that I love painting, I love dancing, I do all those things. I manage, I keep a time aside for this, all these things, so I could manage both the things simultaneously. So the can your relationship experience that contributed to your growth into be. Yes. So like, mentorship experience, I don't have any like specific mentorship experience, but yes, what I could say is like what helped me in my B2B sector is like the circle I was in with, the friend circle, the people around me was very helpful. They have helped me a lot where I am today. There are friends of mine who, like whenever I get any problem, or either it is like a B2B or a personal problem, they are always there with me. So if you want to, keep your mental health good, I would suggest you to keep people that is literally, that is, they care about you, that they think about you, and that can who can help you. Never, never hang out with people who uh, is not good for your mental health. And how you will realize it is like, no, you will realize it by your own. uh, if you could not come with an idea, like for example, if someone has hurt you one time, and you let it go, that is okay. But if someone is hurting you like, you know every every time, like 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, just let them go. And first of all, just realize that a person is good for your mental health or not. And if you keep people who are supporting in your career, who are supporting in your, in your personal life, then that is also one thing where you can manage your mental health, or you can like nurture your mental health. So you okay. So a very good relationship between my what is helping me in my professional career and academic is like I what subject I pursued in my bachelor's and in my master's. As I mentioned before, I am pursuing English literature as my subject. So what happened is like from the first year I was very interested in writing. So I started my career as a content writer, and my degree like English literature, whenever I appear to any interviews, either it is for India or either it is for foreign, they ask you for your background. What is your background? So I tell them, okay, that I have pursued my bachelor's in English literature, and I'm also pursuing my master's in English literature. So that is what something helped me in my career and my professional life as well. And secondly, I would like to address that journaling. Like I have an habit of journaling. It is not a skill, but yes, it's a habit or hobby, you could call it. It has helped me because when you write your thoughts, you become so clear that what you wanted or what you don't write it. That is what something helped me like I used to, as an email campaign manager, sometime what happened is I have to write email copies as well. So and that is also another thing that has helped me in career. What other thing has helped me is like I was very fond of social media. I was, as I mentioned before as well, that social media has both the sides. It is sometimes it is very bad for the people who are, who do not know how to deal it with right in a right way, and also people like us who know how to use it in a right way. So I have worked as a social media strategist as well, and sometime in Ocean also I manage like their LinkedIn page as well, and their Instagram page as well. So like I also have my own LinkedIn page where I'm very active, and I am actively, I write on LinkedIn. So yes, these are the skills that have helped me in both my career and in academics. Okay, what role do networking? Okay, so the perfect example how networking has helped me is like I am here today. Like 2 months before, I did not know मतलब एहसास, but today I am sitting here. I know Arpit, I know Vrinda, and I am in front of you. I am just delivering this session. That is the power of networking, because networking is a very beautiful, you people may have heard it somewhere that your networking is your net worth. So always keep networking. Like networking is not only means like you're making friends, but networking is sometime you keep people uh, who can help you in your career, who can help you, in your professional life, who can help you in your personal life. So yes, networking is a very good thing, and I would suggest every person who is just starting out in their career, or they are in a certain level of their career, to network with people. Okay, so how do you cultivate meaningful connection in the B2B community? Okay, so how my B2B community helped me, so it happens sometime that I post on LinkedIn, and my post does not get, any comment, any like, and that sometime it ideally it do not like, it should not affect me because it's a part of the thing. But as I said in the very starting of this session, that I am also a human being, and I also get affected sometime with the things. So what happened is like I rant about this thing to my friends or the people who are very close to me. What they do is like they will say, okay, don't worry, I will like your comment, sorry, I will like your post, I will comment on your post, and I will comment on your feed. So yes, this is the things of networking. And as I said that my job that currently I'm working at ocean.io, I got this job from referral of my friend. So like networking is a very immense thing and can help you in a very good way. So yeah, I would suggest you to network with a lot with your, like, not only with your friends, with your circle, but professionally as well. So how do you integrate literary insights in your marketing strategy? Okay. Okay, so like I said, I am pursuing my master's degree. What happened is, like, when you read literature, you get to know about, the history, the geography, the biography of a certain country. For example, we used to, like, we not used to, but we used to learn a lot about England, that what's the how the people of England used to think, or how the people of England used to behave in a certain things, or how do they respond. So while you are making your marketing strategy, what you can do is, you can, just keeping in mind that how they used to behave. And when you suddenly, what happened is, when uh, brought their history that they have forgotten. For example, like, if someone talks in if I talk about India, if someone made a ad, or make a ad, or make a campaign that is related to Gandhi, and you as a person, as an Indian, if you see it, you will like you will definitely click on that ad, right? So that is how, as I'm a literature student, I know how the people of England used to behave, how they used to read, how their economical condition was, how their culture was, how their tradition was. And if like I create an ad, taking reference to that, I'm definitely sure that people will definitely click on the ad, and that ad will perform very well. So yes, Ankit, I guess, like, I have answered your questions. Anything else do you want to ask me? Sorry, I can't hear you. If you're Are you talking anything? I can't hear you, Ankit. You're not audible. Okay, so, like, when it comes to managing your mental health, what people used to ignore is, like, the hustle culture, what is going on, trending nowadays. So people, they just hustle a lot, that they forget about themselves, that they forget about taking care about themselves. What I believe is, like, a person should get 8 hours of sleep to have a good mental health, or to have a mental stress. But I know people who sleep for only 4 hours, 5 hours, and they always feel, like, they always feel, they do not feel about good about themselves. So, like, having a good sleep also, one type of thing that could help you to manage your mental health. Like, um people nowadays, what they do, they do not like, follow the strategies, they do not do the things. What they do is, like, they uh, spend time on internet, they keep scrolling over the internet, and that ends them nowhere. Like I would suggest, like if you have some hobbies, for example, I have hobby of painting, I have hobby of dancing. I am using these hobbies to help me to, somehow to cope up my mental health or for my personal well-being. And I would suggest you, like if any young person is watching this and they do not know how they could do is, like for example, if you have painting as hobby, so how it could help you, it could help you to relax your mind, it could help you to, focus on your mind. If I give you an example, the first time that I felt stressed out and what the real meaning of stress is, when I was an, from the past 2 years, I am living in an independent house, but before this, I was living in an hostels. And when you're surrounding with so many people, you do not feel any kind of stress. You just, you are in a phase that okay, everything is okay, everything is nice. But when you come out to a certain level of comfort zone and you come out to a certain things that which is not comfortable or which is new to it, your mental health literally get disturbed, and I have faced that. So how I cope up with this is, like I am fond of reading. Like also as I am student of English literature, but this is irony that I'm a student of English literature, but I love to read non-fiction books. So I read a book which is called The Art of Living Alone. So I read that book and I realized how a person could live very happy, because literally my mental health got disturbed because I was all alone and no one else was there for me. I have to do all the things for myself. I have to manage my studies. I have to, do my work as well. So I read that book, and that book has literally taught me many lessons that is still helping me to coping with my mental health. So I would also suggest you to, just Google, if you like to certain read in a certain kind of genre, so just Google it on Google, like um, how to manage mental health or how to live alone books. So I found that books, that's how, like how to live alone. So I found that book, that okay, The Art of Living Alone is a book which deals about how you can enjoy loneliness. So I would suggest you, if you are some facing some loneliness or something in your life. Okay, so okay, so like many of you may be thinking about that. Okay, if I am working as a full time email marketing specialist, why I am like pursuing my master's degree, or how it could help me in my work or something. So like okay, I want to become a professor. Like yes, I love working on B2B marketing, sales, and like to review many tools. But what personally, I want to become a professor, so that's why I am pursuing my master's degree, and I will, pursue my PhD as well. So it can happen with you that your passion and your, the things you can, a person can have two passion. I believe in that. So in my career, I want to become a professor. And and as like I am very interested in working into B2B industry. So yes, I that's why I work in both the industry and both the things. And so what can looking when you're working, not only B2B industry, what I will talk about, like a workplace, general workplace. So what happened is how you can maintain a positive environment so people do not get stressed out is like you what you could do is like, create an environment that is friendly. Do not get with the person very bossy or something. Do not get them a, unrealistic target, because that could make, you may not realize it, but it can affect a people mental health. what else you can do is like you can arrange something like I never uh, watched it or I never been, but I have heard somewhere that Google, it organize some activities that is related to mental health, so they could take a break and they could enjoy a little bit so they do not get stressed out. So I would like to address that, if every company started doing this or organizing events like this which can help a person managing their mental health, that would be a very good thing. So okay, so I think we should wrap up this here. If anyone have any question, they can put it in the comment section. And yes, Arpit, just let me know. You're not audible. You're not audible. You're not audible. Okay, no problem. I will wrap up this session on the behalf of Arpit. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here and joining me. I hope like I could help you in some or other way to manage your mental health. And if you need any other thing or something, you could connect me with the LinkedIn. I'm always happy to help you regarding your academics, or it is regarding to your job or something. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Arpit, for having me.